Good morning everyone and welcome to this channel. So in today's video we will discuss about one small cap company in the textile space which is Kitex Garment, and this company is doing fantastically well. They have revised their guidance in their recent con call. और आगे जाते हुए जैसे मैंने अपने पिछले वीडियो में कहा है कि टेक्सटाइल सेक्टर में एक ह्यूज टेलविंड बना हुआ है बिकॉज ऑफ द बांग्लादेश क्राइसिस एंड ओवरऑल चाइना वन स्ट्रैटेजी विच इज़ इन प्लेस आफ्टर द कोविड. सो अगर आपने वो वीडियोस नहीं देखे हैं तो प्लीज़ उस वीडियो की लिंक मैं इस वीडियो के नीचे डाल रहा हूँ. इसके पहले का ही वीडियो है वाई टेक्सटाइल सेक्टर इज बूमिंग. सो विल रियली अंडरस्टैंड सी हाउ देर इज अ वैल्यू चेन प्रपोजिशन इज वर्किंग आउट फ्रॉम द कॉटन प्रोड्यूसिंग कंपनीज टुवर्ड्स द रिटेल कंपनीज. सो इसके अंदर जो वैल्यू चेन होता है, यान से फैब्रिक बनता है, फैब्रिक से गारमेंट बनता है और गारमेंट से रिटेल स्पेस की कंपनियों में वो माल चला जाता है. तो जिसके वैल्यू प्रोपोजिशंस में ऑल द कंपनीज हैज बिन डूइंग फैंटास्टिकली वेल. लेकिन मैंने अपने पिछले वीडियो में भी यही कहा है कि स्पेशली दोज कंपनीज हु इज डूइंग द गारमेंट मैन्युफैक्चरिंग आउट ऑफ द फैब्रिक एंड द yarn, they are doing exceedingly well because of the China one strategy and as well as the government push for the PLI schemes in the textile space as well. So there is a huge tailwind in this sector. That's why we are discussing these kind of companies. सो आज के वीडियो में समझेंगे काइटेक्स गारमेंट के बारे में. काइटेक्स के रेवेन्यूज के नंबर्स कैसे थे Q2 फाइनेंशियल ईयर्स 25 के, आगे आने वाले आउटलुक कैसा है, व्हाट इज देयर एक्सपांशन प्लान्स, व्हाट इज देयर नेक्स्ट टारगेट फॉर द अपकमिंग ईयर्स, व्हाट इज द रिस्क एसोसिएटेड विद दिस कंपनीज, एंड इन ओवरऑल इफ यू अंडरस्टैंड हाउ दिस कंपनी इज गोइंग टू टेक द एडवांटेज ऑफ दिस huge tailwind in the textile space in this one. So we will discuss all these parameters at the end of the video. We will also understand about their forward PE calculations, and we will try to navigate what the other companies at placed at and how this company is placed in terms of the valuation. Because as an investor we need to also understand, because the growth is one factor but the valuation is also the one factor which lead you to earn a lot of money in terms of the active stock investing is concerned. So before I go into this video, if you like my videos then please like, share and subscribe, because this will give the huge boost for the for me to bring the different topics in front of you. So Kitex Garment is one of the small cap company. The market cap is around 4,500 crores odd company, and they are basically into the manufacture of infant garments, who has their 62% revenue comes from the export business outside of the India, and 38% of the business comes from the domestic market. So especially in the outside world, they export to the countries like the USA. They manufacture here and export. So export oriented companies हैं, इसलिए the nature of the business has always been the cyclical because of the recessions, global recession point of view, because of the global war situations, and because the COVID situation. So there has always been in the past this company has performed like always been on consistent on some years especially like the COVIDs, and 2022 and 23 they have been dip in the revenues, especially because of the factors like the COVID as well as the factor like the global war situation. तो यहाँ पर मैंने एक चार्ट प्रेजेंट किया है, होप यू कैन सी दैट, एंड नाउ यू कैन रियलाइज लाइक फ्रॉम 2013 टू टिल नाउ दिस इज 10% CAGR kind of a companies. But if you see, there is a dip in the year like a COVID in their revenues, where the revenue has suddenly been dropped from 768 crore in the previous year to down levels in the COVID, because the export related business उनका बहुत ज़्यादा revenue आता है especially the American market से, और जिसकी वजह से COVID की वजह से you all know that the supply chain has been disrupted very badly, and that has resulted in the dip of the revenue on these kind of companies. Then again the manufacturing push has been come, the 1 year later the textile sector again start performing, and then in 2022 and 2023 if you can see there is also drop in the revenue, and especially this is related to the global war situation in the Israel, Iran, as well as some of the companies and some of the war situation in the Middle East as well, that has resulted in them the kind of declines in the revenue for the 2022 and the 2023. But now if you can see in the 2024 again the revenue has been start booming up because especially the crisis and the political unsettlement in the Bangladesh. So there are many companies who is doing the manufacturings of the garments in the Bangladesh. Now they are moving towards the India as a secondary options, because any political unrest, nobody would like to expand their manufacturing capacities, expand their businesses in the countries where there is political unrest, especially the countries like the Bangladesh, where जैसे मैंने अपने पिछले वीडियो में कहा है कि बांग्लादेश का जो रेवेन्यू कंट्रीब्यूशन था कि 15% का कंट्रीब्यूशन टेक्सटाइल इंडस्ट्री के उनसे जीडीपी में ऐड होता है, बट नाउ दिस इज ऑलरेडी बीन देयर इज अ डिक्लाइन इन द 50% reduction in the clothes garment manufacturing in the Bangladesh, and that is whole out of that some of them will be shifted to the India because of the labor related advantage in India after the Bangladesh. So that is also the one factor that you can see. And now this company has also given the revenue guidance of 1000 crore for the FY financial year 25. Last year they have done the revenue of 617 crores, but now that revenue has been growing up to the 1000 crore for this financial year. तो अपने कॉन कॉल में ये छाती ठोक ठोक के कह रहे हैं कि हम 1000 करोड़ का रेवेन्यू करेंगे. आप अगर उन्होंने क्वार्टरली भी अपने रेवेन्यू के गाइडेंस दिए है, जो नॉर्मली वो कंपनियां अगर बाकी कंपनियां नहीं देती है. Q1 में उन्होंने कहा था लगभग अराउंड 195 करोड़ की वो रेवेन्यू करेंगे. Q2 में 225 करोड़ के रेवेन्यू के उनके गाइडेंस थे. दे हैव एग्जैक्टली डन इट अप्रॉक्सीमेटली 218 करोड़ इन द Q2, एंड इन Q3 and Q4 मिला के their plan is to do the 580 crores of the revenue. So the revenue guidance has been revised, and that's why you can see the stock has also been have done a rally from 300-400 levels to the 800 levels. So you need to understand why this happens, because any company who is revising their guidance and along with giving the how they are achieving this kind of growth, that makes more sense for investor like us. Now just coming back to their numbers, if you see they have grown 12% from the last quarter. I mean Q1 25 to Q2 25, their revenue has been grown by 12%. And now if we compare with the previous Q2 of the financial year 24 to 25, so then there is a growth of 70% revenue. So there is a revenue growth of 70% in YOY basis and the 12% in the quarterly basis. Now in the profitability, the profits has been zoomed by 33% in quarterly basis, where the revenue has been generated by 12% is revenue growth. So clearly there is a operating leverage has been got by this company because of the raw materials of the cotton has been dropped down, and there's a lot of inventory for the low cotton prices, and also the backward integration which these companies are doing. So they are getting a lot of operating leverage, which is good for any investors. Any company is doing operating leverage, which is fantastically good compared to sales. The revenue, the profit is growing up, and it is giving operating leverage, it is giving the EPS growth, and that's why they are in a good shape quarter on quarter basis, because the last quarterly profits was 7 crore. Now they have been doing like 36 crores. So the kind of profit range is there, kind of operating leverage that there, kind of revenue guidance that this company has been given. So their plan is to grow from here on to the extraordinary levels in the going forward, and they have also given the guidance of the 5,000 crore revenue by the FY30 revenue guidances. So their plan is to do the more revenues in coming days. So that's why this company looks very attractive going forward. Now there is another slides which I've just presented over here in terms of the textile export market trends in India. Now you can see because of the Bangladesh concerns and the China strategy that the every manufacturing is getting used to. So you can see that there is two verticals are there, near term opportunity and the medium term opportunity. So now in the near term opportunity, you can see there is a unaddressed market of 15.88 billion, and the medium term opportunity market of 97.14 billion dollars business value that they're talking about. Now you can see the transition which is going to out from the China and the Bangladesh. For the near term, it's a 10%, but the medium term, it's a 50% transition is going to happen. That's why this company is claiming on to. And you can see the available capacity expansion, capacity estimates of the Indian exporters is $4.43 billion, and now medium term opportunity, which also see the $4.43 billion. So from additional business potential for these kind of companies from 20.32 in the near term, and in the long term 101.57 billion US dollars. That's why the range that they're talking about. And the important point is the Kitex Garment is saying if we achieve 0.6% of the medium term market potential availability, then we will achieve our target of 5,000 crore in the near term, because they are saying 97 billion US dollar का अगर market का potential business में है, उसका 0.6 भी अगर हम हासिल कर लेते हैं, so that there is a huge potential that we will achieve our revenue guidances going forward. Now you can see how they are trying to achieve this growth and what they are trying to do this, because they one side, the Kitex Garment in their con call is saying that there is a huge demand out there for the textile industries, and that it is visible in their, you know, all the confidence which they are saying about this garment manufacturing is concerned. Now for that they are doing the expansion plan. Now as on today, they have only one manufacturing unit, which is in Kerala, which has started in Kerala. So they have one manufacturing unit, and in order to taper, or in order to, you know, handle the growth prospect, they are doing the two manufacturing units set up in Telangana. There will be the two phases. The first phase will start in the December 24 this year, and the next phase will start in the December 25. So 12,500 employees in the first phase that they will recruit, and the 12,500 employees they will recruit in the second phase. So in total, if you see that they are going towards the Telangana. So Telangana is the third largest cotton producer states in India, and that's why they want to take in utilization about Telangana. And also the labor cost, which is cheaper than the Kerala and other states in Telangana, and that's also beneficial that they want to move to Telangana. Also the important thing is they are doing 4.68 per piece, 4.68 lakh pieces per day of their garments, and the plan is to do the 10.68 lakh per piece lakh pieces per day. मतलब 5 लाख से 10 लाख, मतलब डबल कर रहे हैं अपनी कैपेसिटी एक दिन में जो गारमेंट उनका प्रोड्यूस करते हैं काइटेक्स गारमेंट. सो and they are saying that if we do the full utilization of our capacity, the 5,000 crore revenue is very near term for these companies. That's why they are saying. And जैसे मैंने कहा कि why Telangana? So Telangana has 50% lower labor cost. There's the third largest cotton producer states in India. Also, the government of Telangana, the state government, they are also thinking to, you know, give some incentivize for this textile manufacturing companies in their state, and that's also boosting the confidence the companies like the Kitex Garment. Now आपने अगर देखा होगा कि मतलब 75% लोअर लेबर कॉस्ट अगर मिलती उनको है, तो उनको ऑपरेटिंग लिवरेज मिलने के लिए भी बहुत आसानी रहेगी. दैट दे आर थिंकिंग, एंड दैट्स व्हाई द काइटेक्स इज अ गुड प्ले. नाउ जस्ट गोइंग फॉर दिस how the Kitex is getting accredited, what Kitex is saying. So Kitex is saying absolutely in the seed you can see that FY24 the whole textile market is around $34.4 billion. Now the projection is to reach the $100 billion mark by 2030. And who is the driver? The China plus strategy. आपने देखा होगा कि कोविड के बाद there is a lot of supply chain disruption, और उनके रोकने के लिए बहुत सारी जो बड़ी कंपनियां हैं उन्होंने कहा है कि चाइना से अलावा कई जगह पर हम अपनी मैन्युफैक्चरिंग यूनिट को लेके जाते हैं, एंड दैट्स विल गिव देम द एडवांटेज. और यूएस ने भी अपने जो डिपेंडेंसी है चाइना के ऊपर की वो भी कम की है. यूएस टेक्सटाइल एंड अपैरल इंपोर्ट फ्रॉम द मेजर एशियन कंट्रीज. फ्रॉम चाइना दे हैव रिड्यूस्ड बाय 23%, बांग्लादेश दे रिड्यूस्ड फ्रॉम 26%, एंड वियतनाम दे हैव रिड्यूस्ड बाय 22%. सो यूएस जैसा जो बड़ा कंज्यूमर है गारमेंट्स का, वो अपनी डिपेंडेंसी बांग्लादेश, वियतनाम और चाइना जैसी बड़ी इकोनॉमी से कम कर रही है बिकॉज ऑफ द वेरियस रीजंस. बांग्लादेश में पॉलिटिकल अनरेस्ट है, चाइना वंस की स्ट्रैटेजी कोविड के बाद चाइना से लोग हटना चाहते हैं, वो भी एक बात है. एंड जिसकी वजह से ये जो सारा जो रिडक्शन ऑफ गारमेंट इंडस्ट्री विच द यूएस कंज्यूमर स्पेस इज डूइंग, उसका एक बेनिफिट इनको इंडिया को मिल सकता है. तो ये उन्होंने कहा है. और बांग्लादेश में आप अगर देखोगे ये पॉलिटिकल अनरेस्ट होने के बाद 50% लेस कैपेसिटी हुई है क्लोथ मैन्युफैक्चरिंग में उनकी. सो दैट इज ऑल्सो नोट टू टेकन. सो इंडिया जो है वो अभी 3.2 टाइम्स था lesser than the Bangladesh textile industry, but now they are saying like that gap has been reduced to 2.5 times. So Bangladesh is 2.5 times ahead than the India in terms of the textile industry, which was earlier 3.2 times of that one. And obviously the गिरिराज सिंह जो हमारे टेक्सटाइल के जो मिनिस्टर है, उन्होंने कहा है कि दे वो जो पीएलआई स्कीम है वो टेक्सटाइल में अभी है, जो टेक्सटाइल करने वाली जो कंपनी है, नितिन स्पिनर हो, एसपी अपैरल हो, वर्धमान टेक्सटाइल हो, केपीआर मिल हो, जो यार्न प्रोड्यूसिंग कंपनीज है, उनको तो मिलता है, लेकिन दे वांट टू एक्सटेंड दिस टू अ पीएलआई स्कीम टू द गारमेंट मैन्युफैक्चरिंग कंपनीज ऑल्सो, लाइक द काइटेक्स गारमेंट, बेला कासा फैशन, थॉमस स्कॉट, इन सारी कंपनियों को भी वो देना चाहते हैं, सो दैट देयर विल बी एडिशन ऑफ द जीडीपी ऑल्सो बिकॉज ऑफ दिस वन. So government also accelerating this kind of footsteps over here, and they are also doing the free trade agreements with the European Union and the other states in Europe, so that's also benefiting with this trend engine for the Kitex Garment. So Kitex Garment आप अगर देखोगे, ये वैसे तो पुरानी कंपनी है, लेकिन in terms of you can see they are also getting the cost advantages in a more often nowadays, because जो पैकेजिंग मटेरियल होता है उसको भी वो इन हाउस करना चाहते हैं, इन हाउस मैन्युफैक्चरिंग ऑफ द पैकेजिंग मटेरियल रिजल्टिंग इन द एलिमिनेशन ऑफ द कॉस्ट करंटली पेड आउट टू वेंडर. मतलब जो वेंडर्स को जो कॉस्ट दी जाती है वो थोड़ा एलिमिनेट करती है, इसीलिए तुमको आप देखा होगा कि 12% क्वार्टर ऑन क्वार्टर रेवेन्यू की ग्रोथ हुई है, लेकिन प्रॉफिटेबिलिटी की ग्रोथ क्वार्टर ऑन क्वार्टर के बेसिस 33% की हो गई है. एंड ऑल्सो दे आर सेइंग दैट इन हाउस मैन्युफैक्चरिंग एक्सेसरीज for the better quality control and the cost efficiency, which is also giving them the operating leverage. नाउ थोड़ा बहुत हम ये तो हमने देखा कि रेवेन्यू गाइडेंस के कैसे थे, थोड़ा बहुत आते हैं कि रिस्क के ऊपर क्या है. इसमें एक बहुत बड़ा रिस्क है. आई डोंट नो हाउ मेनी ऑफ द पीपल हैव टोल्ड यू ऑल अबाउट दिस, बट उनके जो प्रमोटर है मिस्टर जेकब, he has formed a political party in Kerala 2020 नाम से, and he has said in the con call that he has a political aspirations. और इसके पहले उनके यहाँ पर जो काम करने वाले लेबर्स है उनके यहाँ पर एक बहुत बड़ा आई थिंक देयर इज अ लॉट ऑफ क्वारल हैपेंड बिटवीन द यूनियंस ओवर देयर, बिकॉज द यूनियन इज वेरी स्ट्रॉन्ग इन द केरला, और यूनियन के बीच में झगड़ा हुआ था बहुत. इसका जो इम्पैक्ट हुआ था उनके प्रोडक्शन के ऊपर हुआ था बहुत समय के लिए, और वो भी एक चीज़ था. एंड द पॉलिटिकल एंगल जो है प्रमोशन का, प्रमोटर्स का, वो थोड़ा सा मुझे सूट नहीं कर रहा है, बिकॉज आप अगर देखो कि वी एज ए इन्वेस्टर डोंट नो व्हाट्स हैपनिंग इन द कंपनीज, एंड इफ दिस प्रमोटर इज टेकिंग आउट लॉट ऑफ मनी एज एंड इन्वेस्टिंग इन द पॉलिटिकल एरेना, कभी कभी क्या हो जाता है, इफ यू आर नॉट विद द सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट एंड यू हैव अ पॉलिटिकल एस्पिरेशन, तो सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट की वजह से भी यू ऑल नो दैट, आई डोंट नीड टू एक्सप्लेन दिस, बिकॉज देयर इज ऑलवेज अ वे आउट, लाइक दे विल ट्राई टू पुश यू आउट. And that's why, because of his political, a lot of aspirations about his, because one side उनका business अच्छा कर रहा है, no doubt, but on the other side he has a political aspiration. So we don't know, we are outsiders as an investor, so we don't know at what point there will be some there will be some raid on him, there will be some tax notices to him, and because he's a Mr. Jacob is the main promoter of this company, and this will have impact longer terms going forward because of his political interest. And another important risk in this business is about the raw material, because there is a lot of regulation from the CCI about the import ban of the cotton, as well as the minimum selling price to be given to the people. So उसका वैल्यू चेन प्रोपोजिशन में भी थोड़ा इम्पैक्ट आता है. रॉ मटेरियल के प्राइसेस थोड़े बहुत फ्लक्चुएट ज़्यादा होते हैं, जिसका असर भी इस इंडस्ट्री के ऊपर पड़ता है. सो वो एक थोड़ा सा रिस्क मुझे लग रहा है. अपार्ट फ्रॉम दैट, मैनेजमेंट जो बोला था लास्ट क्वार्टर्स में, वो अपने रेवेन्यूज के गाइडेंस को मेंटेन कर रहा है, बढ़ा रहा है, एंड दे आर ऑल्सो डूइंग द गुड इन टर्म्स ऑफ द नंबर्स. But because of the political interest of the promoters, as well as the raw material fluctuation pricing, this you need to track very actively as an active investors. In terms of, and that's why you can see that इतनी अच्छी ग्रोथ होने के बाद भी आपको पी ज़्यादा नहीं मिल रहा है. नॉर्मली if there is some good companies working on it, the P always get expanded, and because the P ज़्यादा होता है मतलब कंपनी में डिमांड है, कंपनी अट्रैक्टिव होती है. आप अगर देखोगे ये अभी 43 के पी के ऊपर काम कर रही है. आरओई का परसेंटेज भी 6% के ऊपर है, जो मुझे लगता है बहुत ही कम है. आरओई हैज़ टू अप. उन्होंने कहा है कि आगे आने वाले समय में आरओई विल एक्सपांड, बिकॉज हम उन्हें ऑपरेटिंग लेवरेज ज़्यादा मिलेगा, ईपीएस की ग्रोथ होगी, तो आरओई मिलेगा, इनका कहना है. लेकिन वी नीड टू सी, वेट एंड वॉच अबाउट इट. एंड गोइंग फॉरवर्ड इस कंपनी में देखना पड़ेगा कि आगे जाते हुए ये अपनी रेवेन्यूज को मेंटेन कर पाते हैं कि नहीं, बिकॉज Q1 and Q2 is I think way less than the 50% of the total revenue of the total year, and Q3 and Q4 they have to do 580 crores to achieve this kind of target. Now the market cap of this company is 4,500 crores, and now if you calculate the profit percentage or the profit, you can say 120 around they will do the profit. I have calculated like the 30% quarterly अगर उनको profit में jump मिलता है, So they will do it approximately 120 crore in the whole year. So 120 4300 divided by 120, so you can say like 36 30 40 के अराउंड उनका फॉरवर्ड पी निकल के आता है. So in terms of the P, I think it's a reasonably valued company which is a high praise companies, but I will not be that optimistic to invest my huge allocation in this company because of the political unrest by the promoter, because I have seen in other companies where there was such case, company was growing 50% and suddenly the guy arrested by the CBI and whole things has been wiped out. So वो एक थोड़ी सी risk मुझे लग रही है, but apart from that, if you closely monitor, this looks a good bet as far as the Kitex Garment is concerned, because their number speaks itself and their revenue guidance speaks itself. So hope you like my videos. If you like my videos, then please like, share and subscribe to this channel. And if you have any comment on any of your shares you wanted to know more, so I'm happy to help you out. Thank you very much and have a nice day, guys.